We are seeing it more and more across the country and at some of the highest levels in government. Mandatory COVID vaccines. All federal employees have been told to roll up their sleeves or get tested regularly. And tomorrow, the Secretary of Defense is expected to announce a mandatory vaccine policy for all active duty service members. That's 1.3 million people. More than half have already been fully vaccinated. Vaccination rates highest in the Navy, which suffered from a high-profile outbreak last year aboard an aircraft carrier. NewsNation correspondent Allison Harris is in Washington, D.C. tonight with more. Allison.
Ruta Bay, right now the military vaccination rate is on par with the national rate. 70% of service members have at least one shot. The same can be said for American adults. And now we're anticipating an order for the remaining 30% of active duty troops to get vaccinated. Captain Javon Starnes at Fort Bragg in North Carolina says he was anti-vax. Then he got COVID. So did his wife.
And I basically was not wanting to get the vaccine. However, I weighed the pros and cons of worst case scenario, I don't want to pass, and then just leave my wife, as a mother of three by herself.
He's now one of the 988,000 active duty troops who are fully vaccinated. That adds up to 62% of the force that totals 1.3 million. Soon, a mandate by the president could require those remaining military members to roll up their sleeves as well. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin expected to make that announcement. Veterans have mixed views.
I think it's absolutely necessary. That's the only way we can get it under control.
I don't think everyone should have to take it because not everybody trusts the medical process.
Republican lawmaker Thomas Massey of Kentucky introduced legislation to try to stop a COVID vaccine mandate for troops. But military caregiver Jerry Maples will tell you this is nothing new. She says her husband, wounded warrior Robert Maples, got an anthrax vaccine in 2003 to serve in Operation Iraqi Freedom. She says he had to get it or face a court-martial.
We have been through this as a nation before.
The COVID vaccine would be added to the list of 17 shots administered to service members. Surveys show vaccines not having full FDA approval is a major reason why some military members and their loved ones are rejecting vaccination.
Some people are like, no, I'm just hesitant. It's new. I don't feel comfortable yet. I want to wait a little bit.
Dr. Fauci says full FDA approval could come in weeks, potentially coinciding with a military mandate. Now, among the military branches, the Marines actually have the worst vaccination rate right now. Ruta Bay, as you mentioned, the Navy has the highest vaccination rate.